So Jason, data should be usable. Let's say that I have some file and I'm adding some additional metadata in Photoshop or Windows Explorer or some other tool. How does that dovetail with DAM systems, and what should people be looking for?
Right. So one of the things we talk about, this magical world in which the metadata is strongly attached, and where we have flexible format for the data, and you don't have standard fields, and it's multi-language and all that. You know, that world is a great world, right? We want that world, but the fundamental thing is I kind of have to use it, right? So while imagining a perfect world where everything works gracefully is always a good pursuit, and I would never criticize anybody for it. The truth is, we got to use it, right? So it has to be here today. So the thing about usability is that we need to be able to have a tool that is using a standard that multiple products use, that is as good as we can get, right? It isn't about being the best or perfect. It's about being as good as we can get. So we have this standard called XMP. Now, you know, XMP is an ISO standard. It's based on RDF, which is XML, which means that it's multi-language, it's flexible namespaces, and it's character set independent, right? So it's really a good standard. There's some things about it that's really you hate, right? But the truth is that we can use it. And so Windows Explorer, the one you mentioned, that uses XMP, so it can read and write metadata in that format. All the Adobe products read XMP. Almost all of the graphic formats use XMP. And so we have a footprint in the world that can use XMP. So the reason that we use XMP is because it's been adopted by an industry. And so you need to have that standardization, and you need to have that ability to exchange information in a format that makes sense, and you need to have the ability to use it today.
You need to play well with others.
Right, exactly. And like, you know, the thing that's great about it is that there is a very large library of parties, including Windows and Macintoshes, and including all the creative apps, and including, you know, a lot of the Office apps now, that have this metadata standard. So we need to encourage our vendors to keep adopting those standards, and you know, asset management needs to be aware that even if there's something better, we need to make sure it's usable today. So that's why when you're picking an asset manager, you need to make sure that whatever they're talking about, whatever standard they're talking about, can be used today, right, and that you're not using their particular standard and you're not using their particular tool, because we got to put it in production. It's not something we can hope for.
Yeah, because an aspect of better is adoption.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, great.
Cool.